Hey guys, this is your boy, Mr. Luke Evan Brooks. I hope that you're all doing well. This is going to be a step back from what we typically talk about, but going back to something that I love to talk about motivation and determination is something that's very critical. And it does occur to me, right? The power of the mindset is truly something that can change your life. If you're new to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. And at the end of the day, once you subscribe, you'll get regular occurrences of me dropping knowledge, whether it's about business, it's about mindset, it's about some of those things that really, really make a difference in everyone's lives, right? Because we're all going through something. May not be the same thing, but we're all going through something. And this comes to what I want to talk about, something that just kind of got me lit up. I was basically um just got an invite, right, for something, right? And it was from a group of folks that I just cut myself off of, right? I was going through some issues in my life, dealing with a crisis at home, and I had to go through a period of isolation. And with the period of isolation, that really actually recalibrated me, right? The things that I was doing, I look back at the things I was doing, the things that I didn't like about myself, the things that I didn't like when I looked in the mirror, and it really, really opened my mind. I cut a lot of people out of my life, and that saying that it takes 30 days to make a habit, 30 days to break a habit. Well, I went on a 40-day fast away from people, right? Isolated. I went to see my family because my father passed away, but that was not the people I was talking about. It was other people in my life, and it really got me in tune to what I really wanted to really do because I believe that there's higher reasons for us to do stuff. And I felt like I was dealing with low vibrations. I was dealing with low frequency. I hear those terms and stuff, and it started to make more sense. And what I mean by low frequency is like the things that we do or the people who are around that really don't uplift you, right? I'm not expecting people to go uplift you every time you walk in a room or whatnot. But let's say, for example, for me, when I go to the gym, I can feel the energy in the room, right? I can feel the energy of when I'm around people who are talking about businesses, trying to make money, trying to make change, not trying to punch a clock, right? Not trying to do all that stuff. I feel energy versus being around people who may talk about problems, may try to bully you, may try to not make you feel good just to make them feel good. That's what I'm talking about. And I've dealt with that with most of my life, right? I've been able to handle it as I got older, but it was just been a period of time where nothing of substance was being gained from hanging around people, right? That wasn't on that same frequency or being on that frequency that you wanted to be on and start to mess with you. Because I do believe that. I do believe that if you think about something, you will become that something, right? So if you think negative about outcomes, then you will manifest a negative outcome versus if you are doing something positive, you're doing something productive, doing something that uplifts you, you will have that energy. And you got to be careful too. With this mindset, it's so powerful. Friends will not want to be around you that you think that you're typically friends with because the way you move, the way you talk, it really throws them off. Like I had people encounter me, asking me about problems that happened in my past. And at first I was worried, right? I prayed every night. I, read the scripture. I still do that, right? But like I was like not wanting to go nowhere, scared, nervous, things like that. And then it just came to me, right? That frequency, just being around the right people, getting the help that I needed. When people ask that question, I just tell them I don't know, I don't care. And a lot of people are like, what? And it's funny to me because they're more worried than I am when I know that this ain't the only thing that I know how to do, right? As an entrepreneur, you should have many skills, many jacks of trades, because you're not just putting all your money on one thing, right? Unless it's just this one business that you own. But again, I wouldn't do that myself. I would like to have multiple streams of income, which I'm doing now. And these people want drama. People want to be nosy. These people are not really bringing anything to the table other than just saying the typical thing, we'll just pray about it, or I hope everything turns out well. The same cliche things. They're not bringing any substance. And to me, I got fed up with it. I truly got fed up with it at the end of the day because I really wanted to make real change. Not just change with myself, but change around the folks that wanted to be around me that really were going to bring something to the table. You know, relationships with people have changed. The way I move, I got healthier, right? When I started to do this whole power shift of my mindset, everything started to line up, right? I started to lose weight. I wish I could show y'all a picture. I looked at pictures when I went to Thailand, like the first time, and you would think something was wrong with me, like something that's crawled up in me, stomach swelling, you know, stress, blood pressure up the yin yang, you know, just having trouble sleeping. Now I have sometimes trouble sleeping, but it's not because of that, because I'm just staying up, which is a totally different thing. And then I knew I wasn't going crazy because when I went to the doctor to do my acupuncture, right? I do acupuncture for my ears and whatnot, for anxiety or whatnot, just to stay calm. And I'm typically calm because I do the healthy things. You know, I'm working out, doing all those good things. But I saw people of my past, like half of them that used to work with me, right? Over half in the room. It's about, I would say, 16 people. So you tell me about, out of the 16 people, 8 people from my old place, the old place I used to work at, are lined up. What does that tell you right there, right? And I can understand stress. You can't avoid stress. It's just the way you handle stress is the most important thing. In my past, I would sit there and just drink every night. Just drink, 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 drink. Now, not get drunk, but just to stay calm. That was part of the reason of the weight gain situation. And then eating the wrong foods all the time, right? Even though y'all know I have a cooking channel, I love to cook. I wasn't really cooking. I was just cheating myself and then trying to feel sorry for myself. And that was the thing that I needed not to do, right? Uh, I strengthened my relationship with my family as this ordeal took place. I was able to truly make an impact with the folks that work with me in my new place, as far as dealing with my business that I do with now, and made significant gains. And when I saw this message saying, hey, we should do blankety blank, I didn't respond. I'm not going to respond because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to fall back in that same loop. I'm not trying to be around that same energy. And I truly believe if you get around the wrong people, you can have your energy shifted. Your energy can be shifted downward and you may not be able to recover. It may take you time, right? So that's why I'm so careful with giving my time, because that's another thing too. You're around these folks, right? You're around the people who are bringing you bad time, right? Or giving you bad thoughts, make you think about worries and things like that. Things that you don't want to do, right? You shouldn't be worrying about stuff. And it comes to times that, in my case, if I'm thinking negative thoughts, I have to be controlled of that. I have to be self-aware of those thoughts and say, stop. And I have to tell myself, stop thinking that right now. Stop it right now. Get it out your head. And that's truly what I do. Like the things that I typically do is to get into the gym, do my meditation, do the podcast, getting back on here, doing podcasts where it keeps me occupied, to let it all out. And it truly helps me cope with whatever it may be, right? At the end of the day, it will subside, right? When you keep thinking about the problem can manifest. So the thing that we have to do is have the power of our mindset be shifted to the things that we want, not to say no, we can't do, because that's another thing too. If you're around people with limited beliefs, you're not going to be able to do the things that I'm talking about. So you have to get away, either tell them to stop what they're doing in their tracks, say, hey, shut up, stop talking to me with this nonsense, or get in line and make sure that you are able to cut them off. Because if you cut them off, they're gonna think something's wrong with you. Either they're gonna think, oh, okay, this person's acting like they're too good to hang out with us, which it could be true. Because if you're doing something that's gonna uplift you, you're not gonna sit there keep complaining. People like to complain, got issues. Because I get tired of hearing people complaining, right? But it's one thing to complain, just to vent, and then you go do something. It's just another thing that you just complain. So, guys, this is a short one here. Wanted to get this off my mind. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Again, my name is Mr. Luke Evan Brooks. This is the power of the mindset. I see you next time. Take care.